spring-loaded safety valve for a boiler is required to blow off at pressure of 1.3 megapascal. Okay. The dia of the valve is 65 mm and maximum lift of the valve is 17.5 mm. Design a suitable compression speed for the valve. Assuming C is 6 and initial compression of 30 mm. Okay. Take tau as 0.45 gigapascal and G as 84 gigapascal. So here we need to design the spring. That means again we need to find out the diameter of the spring and the diameter of the wire. And same as the previous one, that is number of active turns, length, pitch. So all those things we need to find out. So to solve this first, what will be the maximum deflection? The maximum deflection y2, that is equal to y1 plus y dash. Okay, y1 is 30 mm, that is the initial compression which was given, plus y dash is 17.5 mm, that is the maximum lift of the valve. So it is totally 47.5 mm is the maximum deflection. Okay. Okay. You can consider this as a spring. Okay. This is a spring. And it is placed in a housing, and then this is the plug, and here the pressure is there. Okay, it is a boiler, so there will be a pressure. Okay. Now this has got an initial compression of 30 mm. So initially the length may be of say some 100 mm, and then it has 70 mm, and then it has placed here. So if the pressure is equal to 1.3 megapascal, then this valve has to open. Is it clear? Did
Yes,
you
sir.
understood the question?
Yes, sir.
So this valve has to lift by an amount of 17.5 mm. When the pressure is 1.3. If the pressure is 1.3, then it has to lift by 17.5 mm. Okay. So when the pressure is reached 1.3, then it has to start to move. So any doubt?
No, sir.
So the maximum deflection of the spring is 47.5 mm. Okay. So for F1, Y1 will be there, and for F2, Y2. Okay. So what is F1 and F2? We know this Y1 is 30 mm and Y2 is 47.5 mm. What is F1?
Sir, from where did you get Y1, sir? 30
Y1
mm.
is given in the question, 30 mm.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got it, sir. Yes, sir.
30 mm, it is given in the question. The initial Hmm?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So initially the spring has been compressed and it has placed here. So F1, we know pressure is equal to load by area. So F1 is pressure multiplied by area. What is the pressure? It is 1.3 megapascal. It is nothing but 1.3 Newton per mm square. And what is the area? It is pi d square by 4. So what is the diameter d? What is the diameter d? Dia of the valve. Dia of the valve is
65 mm.
so diameter of the valve is 65. So here pi into 65 square by 4. So what is F1? So F1 is 43
4313.799 mm Newton per millimeter square.
Newton. Newton. It is 4. It is Newton.
Newton.
Hmm. So for 4313 for 4313 Newton, for 4313 Newton, there is a displacement of 30 mm. Okay, and what will be the value of F2 for a displacement of 47.5 mm? So F2 is equal to 4313 multiplied by 47.5 that divided by 30.
6828. 6829, sir. Newton. 6829
829.
Newton.
This is F2. So we know the value of F1 and F2, Y1 and Y2. Okay. So now we know the values of F1, F2, and Y2, Y2. Sorry, Y1 and Y2. So first we need to find out the diameter of the wire. Diameter of wire. How to find the diameter of the wire? I need to use the shear stress equation. Shear stress in the wire is given by tau, that is equal to 8 F D A by I D
IDQ.
Q. Okay, what is the value of F here? Either it is F1 or F2.
Two sir. F2.
This F2 because F2 is the maximum load. Okay. Take the maximum load. That is F2. So where some of the values here. How is given in the question? How is given as 0.45 gigapascal. So tau is equal to 0.45 gigapascal, or that is equal to 0.45 into 10 power 3 megapascal, that is 0.45 into 10 power 3 Newton per mm square. Right? I can replace this megapascal by Newton per mm square. This we have seen in the last class. Okay. And F2 is 6829 Newton. And D, we don't know, but we know the value of C. C is equal to D by D, that is equal to 6. Therefore, capital D is equal to 6 times the small d. Okay. And what is K? K is plus factor that is equal to 4c minus 1 by 4c minus 4 plus 0.615 by c. Okay, this is from equation 20.23 from the data handbook. Okay, so we know the value of c, that is 4 into 6 minus 1 by 4 into 6 minus 4 plus 0.615 by, so what is the value of k?
1.2525, sir. K is equal to 1.2525. 1.2525.
1.2525. Okay. So now we know the value for all the parameters here. Okay. Therefore, tau is equal to 8f2 dk by pi d cube, and the value of tau is 0.45 into 10 power 3, that is equal to 8 into 6829 multiplied by, in place of d I can write 6d into 1.2525, that divided by pi d cube. Okay, here this 2d will get cancelled and this will become d square. So d square is equal to 8 into 6829 into 6 into 1.2525, that divided by pi into 0.45 into 10 power 3. Therefore, the diameter d is, so can you calculate the diameter d?
Sir, 17 mm.
So it is
17.
17.04
Good.
mm.
Mm.
Okay. So now we need to look into the standard table. So what is the standard table? Wire diameter, standard coil diameter. So the standard coil diameter is, no, not this one. I think I don't have a copy of it. Okay, the standard diameter, the diameter of the wire is 18 mm. Okay, so the standard diameter, standard dia of wire is 18 mm. Okay, so therefore, what will be the therefore dia of spring? Dia of spring is capital D, that is equal to 6 times the diameter D. So 6 into 18. That is
108 mm.
8 mm. Okay. So this is mean coil diameter. Okay. Mean dia of spring. Okay. So what is the outer diameter? Outer dia D naught. In the last class we have seen that if you take this as a spring, one single spring, this is circular. So this is D, and a D naught is the outer diameter. So that is equal to D plus half of the wire diameter here and half of the wire diameter here. So it is D plus D. So that is 108 plus 18. It is 126 mm, and inner diameter
90.
that is D
D minus
minus
90.
That is 18 is 90 mm.
90 mm.
Next, we need to find out the number of turns. Okay. So this is number 2, and number 3 is number of turns. So how to get the number of turns? We have an equation for maximum deflection. Okay. Maximum deflection of the spring is given by 8 that is equal to y.
8f
That is
d
equal to
q
8
by
as
d to the power 4g.
y by
D to the
to the
power
power of
4g
4.
g.
Yes. So here, whether is y is y1 or y2, and f is f1 or f2. This should be y2 and this should be f2. Okay. See, you can take y1 and f1 also. You will not get a different value. You will get the same value. But technically, we should take y2 and f2. Okay. So here we have found out this y1 and y2, sorry, f1 and f2, based on assuming that they are linear. Okay. If they are linear, then you will get the same answer here. But technically, we should take y2 and f2. So y2 is 47.5 mm. Y2. F2 is 6829 Newton, and D is 108 mm. And what is G? What is G?
84 g.
84 gigapascal. So it is 84 gigapascal, nothing but 84 into 10 power 3 megapascal. So I can rewrite it as 84 into 10 power 3 Newton per mm square. Okay. Therefore, you know y is equal to 8 as d cube I by I, sorry, d to the power of 4 d.
Sir, small d, sir.
So 47. Okay, 47.5, that is equal to 8 into 6829 into 108 cube into I, that divided by 18 to the power of 4 into 84 into 10 power 3. Therefore, I is equal to, what is the value of I?
Sir, small d is 19. No, sir.
Small d is
90, sir. Can you check?
the small d is the wire diameter, right? It is the wire diameter. So how much we got? Standard dia of wire is
Oh, standard
18
diameter.
mm.
Okay, sir.
Tejasvi, Tejasvi. What is the answer?
Sir, 7.8045. No, sir. No, sir. Just a second, sir.
$8.114.
No, it's not 8.11. It is 47.5 multiplied by 10 to the power of 4 into 84, 10%. So what is the answer?
6.086.
6.086.
086.
So 6.086 is the number of turns, but we cannot have 6.086. So I is equal to 7. 7 turns. This is the number of active coils required. Okay. So next, I'll let you know what are the different types of ends and all now. So this is okay. Now fourth is the free length. Okay, free length of the spring. So free length L0, it should be greater than or equal to I plus N times D plus Y plus A. Okay. So here what is I?
7, sir.
Okay,
Active.
I is the number of active coils.
Active coils 7.
Active. N is a number or number of coils. It is number of coils based on end condition. Okay, and D is dia of wire, and Y is the maximum deflection. Okay, and A is clearance. That is 25% of Y. Okay, and now what is this number of coils based on end condition? Okay, that we'll see here. See, in this figure, see, this is plane, round, square, and squared and ground. Okay, see, if you take any spring, say this is a spring. Okay, so the last, there will be a flat one. Okay, there will be a flat one. The job of a spring is to take the load, undergo deflection, and give it back, right? Yes or no? The job of a spring is to take the load, undergo deflection, and when the load is released, then it has to come back to its original position. But here, the last coil, okay, this one and this one, will not undergo any deflection, or it will not contribute to the deflection of the spring. So therefore, these two are called as inactive coils. Okay, and here you can see in the pictures, based on this end condition, the active coils will be this much. Okay, now in this problem, if you take it as squared and ground, assuming it as a squared and ground end, assume square and ground end, the inactive coils N, the number of inactive coils N is equal to how much? What is the number of inactive coils? these equations corresponds to plane and this corresponds to square and ground. So now, if you look into this table, the number of inactive coils will be equal to this 2. So the number of inactive coils will be 2. Any doubt? Any doubt in this?
No, sir.
Okay. So once you know the number of inactive coils n, you can calculate the free length. So here number of active coils is 7 and number of coils based on n condition is 2 and the diameter of the wire is 18 mm, maximum deflection is 47.5 mm and the clearance is 25% of y, that is 25% of 47.5. So it is 0.25 times 47.5, that is equal to 11 point.
11.875.
Okay, 11.875, or you can take it as 12 mm. So therefore, L0 must be greater than or equal to 7 plus 2 times 18 plus 47.5 plus 12. So what is L0?
Uh, 211.5, sir.
Sorry, 211.5. So this is L0. And what is pitch?
Sir, that is 12, no, sir?
Or the pitch again?
47.5 plus 12.
Yes, it is 12. So what is the
Then it
pitch?
will be 221, sir.
2?
221.5.
Okay, 221. Okay, what is pitch? Again, we need to look into the same table. So pitch for the square and ground axis. Here you can see it is L0 minus 2d by I dash. Okay. So pitch P is equal to L0 minus 2d by I dash. Okay. So what is the pitch P? What is L0? It is 221.5 minus 2 times 18 divided by what is I dash? I dash is
I dash is 7.
active coil, it is 7. So pitch is 26.5 mm. Okay. So this completes the problem. Sorry, you need to find